Hello, I'm Advocate Priyal Agrawal. Welcome to our very first podcast of Vital Talks with Lex Vitae. Today we have Saroj and Insha as our brilliant minds of Lex Vitae.
Hello, I am Saroj Yadav and I am currently pursuing BBA LLB honors and I am in fourth year with Necropolis Institute of Law. I'm Isha Fatima Khan and I'm also in Acropolis Institute of Law, fourth year, and I'm in BA LLB and we have interned under Lex Vitae for more than a month.
So, guys, coming to what was your experience at Lex Vitae?
It was amazing. It was very different from our previous office. One of the most beautiful experience, I would say. There was a lot to learn from the Next Country team. Currently, each and everyone, they are full of knowledge and they are they are a guidance for us. When they are sitting in front of, we see us. We get to learn a lot from our senior and the Lex Vitae team. It was amazing.
Okay, so coming to a question that I may be asking to you, what is your opinion about internship?
Internship is a very important step for a law, especially for a law student, because practical world is very different and what we learn into class is very different. We learn about the laws, but we don't learn how to apply them in the real world. Like it is, college gives us the theoretical knowledge. Everywhere there is a different procedures that are being going on in the course, and to learn that it's very important to take a practical knowledge from someone who is very experienced and who is currently enrolled in the course who are working daily. So it's quite a impactful thing.
So, how could you define a theory and practical knowledge in law? Like how they differ from each other?
In theory, we learn about the laws, but in the practical world, we learn how to apply them. Like in classroom, we don't know that there are so many different type of codes. It's high court, district court, family court, and consumer forum, and many different courts. We don't mostly we know about high court and district court, but in practical world, we learn about the courts, the culture of the courts, and the experience and the proceeding. Basically, they don't know how to file a case. This is not told in books or anywhere. It just comes up when you see what is actually happening in real life, in the reality. What is there? What is the procedure? How where we need to go for filing session? If there is any default in the file, where do we need to go and who we need to talk about it?
Okay, so my next question to you is current scenario में आप लोग को क्या चीजें face कर रहे हो? Like being an intern, what all hurdles are you facing in your internship?
I would say there is a gap between seniors and an intern because firstly when we come to a place we want that we are comfortable in the environment, and I personally think that it is the responsibility, or I would say a duty, to from a senior towards the intern, that they need to make us comfortable with the environment, and it takes 2 to 3 days, and to we have a responsibility to come to their expectations, to make sure that we are doing things right. We do have many confusions about the kind of procedures they are going through, how they work. Every office has a different working. Like they have a different environment, they have different people, so it differs. And to get comfortable with each other internship, it just becomes a difficult task. My opinion would be same because each office is very different from one another. So it is hard for us to get comfortable, and especially if the senior is not interactive with us. I mean, if the office environment is comfortable, even not the seniors, the juniors, but in many offices that is not the case. They don't interact with us, so that is one of the biggest problems.
So, what about legal learnings you guys have faced in this internships?
So I would say, before I said that theoretical and practical knowledge, we need to understand the basics of it. Like with both of them are incomplete without each other. If we don't have any knowledge about that, it becomes a problem to understand how actually it is being put on through the different surroundings and everywhere. So it is hard to accept, and for how to read a file especially, it becomes a task sometimes
So,
because
this is so basic, like how you could read your files. Being an intern, file reading is the most essential part of your internships, right?
sure.
After that you have to survive all the hurdles that comes around, like filing procedure, courtrooms procedure, etiquettes.
It is hard for an intern to understand about the first of all, the code is kind of confusing, especially if you are an intern and you are new into the code. It is confusing. So for you have to learn about the code and the culture and then filing, and sometimes it is hard to read the file if you are very new to this.
I mean, whenever there is a file, there is a proper set how it is being segregated.
I mean, FIR, then evidence, then चालान. So थोड़ा सा tough होता
There
है.
is definitely some people who don't make it like keep it separately. There is not even an index on the front page of the file. So it is important to each and everyone, and every advocate to keep an index on the front page.
To maintain their file.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me come to the courts, high court and district court. What was your experience and what was your best experience in the courts?
The best experience was when we were present in the Bhoshala judgment. That was our first
Okay, that
judgment.
was your
Yeah.
landmark
First
judgment.
pronounced,
We have
like we
yeah.
never heard from any judge.
It was
So it was the Gujrala case, which is currently in talks of the town. So we went on the last day when judgment was being pronounced. This was the first time we heard any judgment being
so
pronounced.
it was
Like
a
in
very
reality.
yeah, it was very different. We have learned about the judgment in the books, but seeing it for the first time was very different for
Like
us.
each and every
Was
person standing there, they have their own perspective. Someone from respondent side, they are thinking that we hope that the judgment comes
In our
we
case.
were also hoping that.
and the proposition also saying. And during Bhojshala case, I saw all kinds of people there. Not even just the people who are included in that case, also who are from other cases. They left their work to listen to that judgment because it is important thing.
Coming back, as you have said before about Bhoshala, आप लोगों ने उस मैटर को एक्सपीरियंस करा है, आप लोगों ने पूरी जर्नी देखी है गौशाला वाले मैटर की, लेक्स वाइटे बीइंग एन इंटरवीनर इन दैट मैटर, क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है आपका वो ऐसा लैंडमार्क जजमेंट में, ऐसा लैंडमार्क केस में आपका क्या एक्सपीरियंस रहा है?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ये हमारा पहला लैंडमार्क जजमेंट केस था जो हमने देखा. इससे पहले भी हमने इंटर्नशिप करी है, पर ये पहला लैंडमार्क जजमेंट था हमने जो देखा था. और एक्सपीरियंस में हमने वक्फ बोर्ड के वक्फ बोर्ड के बारे में पढ़ा था, और मतलब जो पुराने केसेस थे जैसे गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट था उसके बारे में पढ़ा था, और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का पढ़ा था. और
इसमें बहुत सारी एएसआई रिलेटेड रिकॉर्ड
एएसआई रिपोर्ट्स
एएसआई रिपोर्ट्स भी थी जो कि हम लोगों ने देखी थी. एंड विद दैट उसके अंदर काफी सारे जो स्टोन्स यूज किए गए थे उस जगह को बनाने के लिए, उसका प्रॉपर डिफाइन था कि वो किस टाइप के
उस पे
स्टोन्स
कौन
हैं.
सी लैंग्वेज लिखी है, और उस पे बहुत सारे अलग अलग तरीके के मतलब लैंग्वेज भी थी, और आर्टिकल आर्ट आर्ट वगैरह भी बना था, तो हमने वो भी देखा था, और एएसआई की रिपोर्ट भी हमने पढ़ी थी.
उसके साथ ये भी चीजें मेंशन थी कि वो चीज कितने साल पुरानी है. लाइक जो वहाँ पर ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्ट
आर्कियोलॉजिकली वो कितनी
आर्कियोलॉजिकली उसकी पूरी रिपोर्ट्स हमने देखी थी. तो उससे हमें काफी चीजें देखने को मिली कि हिस्टोरिकल रिकॉर्ड्स भी होते हैं जो कि कितना एविडेंशियली वैल्यू मैटर करता है उनकी किसी भी केस में. तो एक वो चीज हमने लर्न.
तो हमने इससे पहले कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्लास में पढ़ा था, पर भोजशाला की केस में हमने देखा कि वो अप्लाई कैसे हो रहा है. जैसे फंडामेंटल राइट दैट आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, तो वो उसमें जब जैसे आर्टिकल 14 हो गया, आर्टिकल 25 हो गया. हमने पहले केस लॉस पढ़े थे, पर यहाँ पे हमने प्रैक्टिकल देखा है कि प्रैक्टिकल केस लॉ में कैसे अप्लाई करते हैं फंडामेंटल राइट्स को. डब्ल्यू रिट पिटीशन में तो जैसे रिट पिटीशन फाइल हुई थी जो आर्टिकल 32 के अंडर आता है, वो भी हमने पढ़ा था, पर यहाँ पे हमने देखा कि वो कैसे फाइल होती है और वो प्रैक्टिकली कैसे सब प्रोसीजर होता है. तो वो बहुत अलग एक्सपीरियंस था, तो बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलता है.
सो दैट्स इट अबाउट भोजशाला. अब व्हाट ऑल आपने आप पे एज एन इंटर्न तो एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करा, बट लेक्स वाइटे टीम के साथ आपका कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा?
Was really great.
Especially the culture in the next white there is something that always lights up our mood. And the people around here are very knowledgeable.
And especially in Lexville, we can interact with the seniors. We can directly interact with the seniors. That, as we have told you before, it is not the culture in many other offices. So it is a great opportunity for the interns, so that they can just interact with the senior whenever they want, and whenever they have a question. Uh,
I would like to cite one thing. I have been told by the senior advocate here, that is Purvi ma'am, that you should always read at least two files daily. And with that, I used to read files, and beyond, what are the acts or what are the sections that are beyond in that cases. जैसे कि रोज एटलीस्ट मेरा मेजर एम होता था कि दो फाइल्स तो पढ़नी ही पढ़नी है, हम दोनों का
हम
हमेशा
मतलब
से यही था।
यहाँ हम दोनों का ऐसे ही था कि 2-3 फाइल्स पढ़नी है, अगर कोर्ट जा रहे हैं तो ठीक है, पर अगर ऑफिस में है तो हम पढ़ते थे। और फिर उसके बाद समझ आता था कि लॉ कैसे अप्लाई हो रहे हैं फाइल में, फाइल कैसे मैनेज होती है प्रॉपरली।
और हम लोग ब्रीफ भी देते थे मैम को।
ब्रीफ भी देते थे, तो वो मतलब लॉ के बारे में पढ़ के लॉज पढ़ के देने पड़ते थे, सो वो हेल्पफुल है।
और टॉकिंग अबाउट द टीम, they are really good, उनका डेडिकेशन बहुत अच्छा है। आई सीन दैम कि वो रात रात भर रुक के किसी भी केस पे काम करते हैं। their dedication towards their work is something very important, or I would say that is a guiding source for us.
And we learn a lot, especially from Ashavati sir. We learn a lot in this office.
So, coming up with my last question, what would you suggest to your fellow interns
Please
about the internship, about practicing law, or about practicing in Lex Vitae?
First of all, observe. You should be observing what your seniors are doing, and what your what the other interns are doing. You should be
Keen
observing.
observer
Yeah.
is the main point
Yeah, keep
while intern.
and keep reading. Keep reading. If you don't have any of, अगर आपके सीनियर्स आपको कोई काम असाइन नहीं किया है, that doesn't mean you आप बैठ के रील्स स्क्रॉल करोगे। डेफिनेटली नहीं।
फाइल्स पढ़ो, बुक्स
हाँ,
पढ़ो,
बुक्स पढ़ो एंड
बुक्स मतलब लॉ से रिलेटेड हो गए, ऐसी बुक्स पढ़ो, फाइल पढ़ो। फाइल पढ़ना बहुत हेल्प करता है।
और और अदर चीज़ों के बारे में बात करें तो जस्ट चेक आउट कि आसपास के आपकी सराउंडिंग में क्या चल रहा है। You should not never be absent-minded. You should be very patient with everyone in the office. And professionalism maintain करना is a very important.
Thank you for having us. It was a lovely experience.
It was truly a wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's all for today. Stay tuned for our next podcast and don't forget to follow our page for more legal updates.